We learned
Garfield.
last week that District 9 and Chappie director Neil Blomkamp would be taking on the next Alien movie. However, details about the plot, cast, and direction were scarce. Recently, while promoting Chappie on Sky Movies, both Blomkamp and Sigourney Weaver, who played the iconic Ripley in the Alien movie franchise, dropped news that the next Alien film will indeed center around Sigourney Weaver as Ripley and will essentially disregard Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection. Dennis, what do you think of this decision?
I love it. I think it's a fantastic decision. It's a smart move because a lot of people have already blocked out Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection from their minds, so might as well just make a movie that follows that. I think Amy Rose Schnepp and Miri discussed this on yesterday's show, and now we've got an answer. And I like that they're centering around Sigourney Weaver as Ripley. She had mentioned before that she didn't feel like the story had been finished in her eyes, and I think this is a way for her to complete that journey. Christian?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that it would just complicate matters to continue it after 4 because it's just so much farther into the future from the original one. And most people, I mean, I know that some people do actually really like 3. I don't think anyone likes the 4th one, but the 3rd one, some people do like it. But most people are near and dear to the first 2. So to continue it right after Aliens and to actually have a conclusion to Ripley's story is something I'm very interested about. Apparently Neil Blomkamp as well. What I'm curious about is how this plays into Ridley Scott's. Are they prequels or are they not? Does Prometheus count still as the canon? I assume that it does because it still carries right into Alien, but will there be a follow-up to Prometheus that will now tie into Aliens, and now the 3rd movie that is now Neil Blomkamp's?
Yeah, I think you could take some of the lore that you got in Prometheus and then incorporate it into these films. And I was so excited that Neil Blomkamp is going to be doing this anyway. I think he's such a talented filmmaker, especially in the realm of sci-fi. And I love that we can do this with movies now, that we can look back and say, you know what, we didn't like those other ones, so those never happened. Okay, and we're back. Aliens just took place. Now we get this one. I think the fact that Sigourney Weaver's coming back, and kind of tying into what you were saying about Prometheus, Christian, is that this could be a passing of the torch from Ridley Scott being the caretaker of this franchise. I know James Cameron did Aliens, but if him is passing the torch to Neil Blomkamp and having Sigourney Weaver in that role as kind of the mother of something else that's going to be taking over for her, this is a really exciting prospect.
Or they're coming together and collaborating. Like maybe whatever the next movie is in the Ridley Scott Prometheus 2, that somehow it ties in now to the lore of Blomkamp. I don't know, maybe not, but it's fascinating to think about.
And also explains that concept art we had seen of Hicks in those images that Blomkamp was releasing, because in the 3rd one he dies. Now that doesn't happen, and maybe he'll be in this next one.
I love that.
It's such a buzzkill to kick off Alien 3. The first thing you see is a computer that says Hicks is dead, and you're like, game over.
I'm actually now want to go back. I guess they had an Alien video game that came out, Alien Isolation. Now I want to go play that before to get ramped up for this one and maybe watch the first 2 again.
Hey everyone, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.